screen that it looks like Lindsay Galvin from Six Schizophrenic Brothers is already on the VMix call with us. So, guys, without further ado, let me make sure I have this mic turned on. Here is, I'm calling her Mary probably already. I mean to be saying Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay. How are you? Welcome to another Dumb Show. What's going on? Oh, hold on. There's your audio.
I'm just hanging out in the backyard. What's
I,
going on there?
I love it. It's beautiful. You were in Colorado, right? I can't remember what's it,
Yep.
outside of Telluride is where you told me you were at earlier.
Yeah. Ridgeway.
Ridgeway, okay.
Colorado.
That's
Yep.
great. So
1,200 people.
that's a little town. I think that's probably, I grew up in a very little town myself called Chagrin Falls here. And I don't think we had, I don't know how many people we had, maybe 4,000 or 5,000, something like that. It's a smaller town for around here as far as suburbs go, but it sounds like you're in more rural area that's, I mean, what do you got, like 10 people graduating in the high school at a time kind of deal?
Yeah, we have all sorts of diversity. We have ranchers and farmers.
So I'm assuming now, how does I probably it's a weird question to start with, but in Colorado, I immediately think that's hardcore liberal country out there. But then you mentioned ranchers and cattle country, and then I think maybe not so much, more conservative leaning and things like that. So that makes
Colorado's pretty interesting. The urban areas are super liberal, but you get outside of Denver, Boulder, and it's pretty conservative.
that's how it is around here. Cleveland and Columbus,
Yeah.
big cities, pretty liberal. I guess that's how it is in most states
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we're go ahead. I'm sorry I
Because
interrupted
none
you.
of the tax dollars go to the liberal areas. They all go to the cities. So the people in the rural areas have rural rage, which is really not rage. It's actually it's just frustration, I think.
I just watched a thing on the news the other day. There were some very liberal authors on who wrote a book about rural rage. In fact,
Yeah.
I just learned about this. I didn't know this was a new catchphrase for the whole in part of the political spectrum was rural rage. I didn't know that, but it's understandable.
Yeah. I read an article in the Atlantic last week about it, and the book, The Rural Rage, it was sort of a gal poli sci professor from Madison wrote an article on it for the Atlantic, and it was about how it's not really rural rage; it's that none of their bridges and roads get fixed, and then you cross the border into a city and everything's like pristine, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Right, we got to get our tractors from one place to the other without them falling into the river.
And they don't want to pay tax. They don't want to pay taxes
All right. Well,
to
enough
fix
about
their
all
roads
that
and bridges. Anyway,
boring politics. No, that's all right. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I talk politics on the show and I get yelled at, so I should probably switch.
oh, no worry.
So we talked about we were just talking about an author there for a second, and the documentary Six Schizophrenic Brothers, which you were, I guess, kind of, I hate saying the star because that's a silly word to use, but the
Narrator.
main narrator subject of the documentary.
Yeah.
Which for those who are interested or haven't watched it yet, it's available on the streaming service Max is where I watched it, and I'm sure you could probably find it other places, but that's where I found it. And it's for
Discovery.
Discovery. They were who initially created it, correct?
Correct.
I think they got all lumped together, Max and Discovery and all that, into one big conglomerate and everything. So at least that's where I found it, was on Max. It was 4 episodes long. Probably the easiest binge watch easy in the sense that it went by very quickly. Not easy for somebody who can relate to you and the story you have in very roundabout and distant way. So we kind of talked about how you're in Colorado now. That's where you grew up as part of a big, huge Irish Catholic family. You had 12 people in your family. So talk a little bit about that. You were the youngest. What was, outside of all the craziness, what was just the life as being part of 12 people in one kind of household like?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, that's the part that both the book and the series miss. It's so focused on the sensationalizing
Sure.
mental illness that they forget that we're just a regular family that gets up in the morning and eats breakfast and goes to school and gets good grades and then goes to baseball practice where dad's the coach, and mom's at home sewing and cooking, and she was the Boy Scout leader, you know mom, and what is that called, den mother, I think.
Yeah. So just
um
basic,
you know
basic life.
yeah, basic
Like,
basic big family life. We all played sports, we all um were expected to get good grades and behave. I think the behave part was the most challenging for us. um I think we all got A's in every subject except what is that, conduct. Conduct we were lacking.
now, where do you think that that came from? Because you guys, now, real quick, there were 12 of you. Um,
Right.
I was going to read off all
10
12 names.
boys, 2 girls.
10
Yep.
boys, 2 girls: Donald, Jim, John, Brian, Michael, Richard, Joseph, Mark, Matthew, Peter, Margaret, and you, Lindsay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I wrote them down because there's too many. I was going to go back and forth. And then,
Donald, Dim, John, Brian, Bob, Rich, Joe, Mark, Matt, Pete, Mark, and Mary.
yep, I was trying to memorize them. I wanted to impress you, but I knew I was going to flub it. But so I just said I was going to write it down and read it. Um, so you kind of mentioned that you guys had kind of conduct issues, and I kind of was a little bit surprised by that because your dad was an officer in the Air Force. He actually was one of the founding fathers of the Air Force Academy in Colorado, which is pretty cool, actually. There's something really neat about that, actually. I found that would be, I would be so impressed with my dad. And my dad's great, I love him, but I mean, that's, he didn't do anything super duper cool like that. So it led to a pretty unique life for you guys because he was an officer, helped found, and when I say unique, I guess the documentary made it seem as though you guys were living a life of wealth and prosper and doing all of these
Yeah.
high society type events. Is the way that they portrayed you guys in the documentary?
Yeah, I think we were not high society by any
Okay,
means. My
interesting.
parents were intellectuals,
Okay.
and so they were in the intellectual community with professors and Colorado College and CU, and my dad went to a bunch of fancy Jesuit colleges and got too many degrees for my
Mhm.
mother's taste. She was like always in school. And they became falconers, which is really weird.
Yeah, I forgot
I mean,
about
who
that.
becomes a falconer?
There's a very
Yeah, it's
so
just the strangest. Yeah.
what now was that
But then my
his passion? Is that like what he just decided was something he just found to be his passion, and the whole family kind of got involved with it, or
you
how
know
did he get
they
involved
were
with that?
they were they were from New York City. They moved to you know Cowtown, Colorado Springs in the 1950s.
Hmm.
They were bored out of their minds because my mom was, grew up going to opera and ballet and symphony. So um, they just didn't have anything to do. And they met this guy by the name of Doc Stapleton, who was a professor at Colorado College, and he was into it. And so he got them into it. Their first house was right by Colorado College. And so they just learned from him and thought it was kind of cool. And that's how it went. And then he started the program at the Air Force Academy, the
Now,
falconry program.
now I'm watching right as we started talking about falconry, all the birds started going crazy right behind you. I don't know if you realize it, but they literally, it was like they all started coming in at the same time. It was really weird. Is there a falconer trying? Now, wasn't that what they do? They scatter birds. Isn't that what a falconer does? Because I think I remember being on a beach in like
No,
the
they hunt
Bahamas.
birds
Okay, so that's why
and
because
rabbits
I was,
and small game. They hunt small game.
what would the Air Force have them for? Just to keep them off the base?
It was their mascot. So they were trying to come
Oh.
up with a mascot for the military. And so my dad, they wanted to use the frigate bird, which is just the nastiest bird. I don't know if you've
No,
ever
that is. No,
seen
I don't even.
frigates, like when you go to like the tropics, they're just a horrible bird. They
Okay.
steal other birds' eggs, and maybe therefore should have been the frigate bird because that's kind of, you know. Um,
Going back to politics, yeah.
but anyway, my dad and General Harmon kept going back and forth, kind of as in these joking letters that I actually still have about what the mascot should be. And my dad wanted it to be the falcon, and he said, "Well, can a falcon take down a donkey at a Army Air Force game?" My dad's like, "Yeah, you bet." And that was it.
That's pretty neat. That's a neat story. Now, All right, so because I was wondering how that came about. So they just happened to get into it while they're in Colorado, and then he transferred it over to the Air Force and then made it the mascot. That's, wow, your dad was quite an impressive fellow. That's pretty neat. Yo, 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 what's happening? Welcome to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 248. So good to have you guys here with me this evening. I hope you guys had a great day. If you haven't taken a second, hit the thumbs up. Once you're here, once you get in the door, once you start watching, hit that thumbs up. Why wait until the end of the show? It could suck and you might not like it. Why not just hit the thumbs up now and pretend that you do? You know what I'm saying? Make it easy. Don't forget, if you're not watching live too, always get your comments in. I'll try to read those back when we are live. And if you are so inclined, share the show. The more people that share the show, the more exposure we can get. And hopefully we can grow the show even bigger than it is. It ain't big, but hopefully we can get it big. And if you want, you can always download the show as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. So I encourage you guys to do that if you can't watch the show, if you're on a job site or driving or whatever. And if you want to check out my handsome face online, you can do it through Instagram or X or TikTok. You can do that at Another Dumb Show. Shout out to the League of Dummies. That's our live chat here. Once you subscribe to the channel, you'll have access to our chat about 10 minutes later. Big ups to Jerry. He was first in there. He's been a League of Dummies member for a very long time. I believe he's a Super League of Dummies member, and we would encourage you to please also become a Super League of Dummies member by joining the channel. Just go to the main page, the youtube.com/anotherdumbshow. In the corner of that page, there's a little join button. You click that join button. You can pick a tier level to work from. It's $2, $3, or $9, or $10, excuse me, a month. Pick one of those tiers, and then you can help support the show, help keep this thing rolling. Because remember, there's no major corporations paying for this bitch. It's just me and you. So hopefully it won't have to always be me, and you guys will help take care of this. Because we, honest to God, this thing ain't cheap to run. So the more you guys help, the more we can keep it running as long as we can. Because like I said, it ain't cheap to do. Speaking of things that aren't cheap, I pay for these damn phones, so expect you guys to call. 844-HEY-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Think about how many YouTube shows you watch. They have live phone calls that they can call into, an 844 number, where you can hit the host literally with your comments, your day, whatever's going on with you. How many live YouTube shows have that? Probably not a lot. I wouldn't think. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good day today. My day started good. I was feeling good because we got that insurance thing figured out yesterday. So it was, back in the saddle. I was able to drive. And then I realized I had too much paperwork to do. So I woke up and I did some more paperwork for my DJ events because I'm heading into September, my biggest month of the year. And it's a very busy month. So I said to myself, hey, I'm going to try to get out ahead of it as much as I can. I have a couple couples who haven't gotten paperwork back. If you're watching, not sweating you. It just is what it is. And then I have a couple that I owe itineraries to that I've been working on. So there's a lot of paperwork that needs to get done. People think you just show up to these events and you just press play and you're talking to a microphone. A lot goes into them. So a lot of paperwork. Anyway, so I got all that, most of it done. And then I said to myself, you know what? We are going in September. You're going to be really busy. You need a haircut. Let's go get a haircut. So I went and got my hair did. Went to go see Steve the barber. That's my dude. He does a great job. Excuse me. It's Stefanik's Barbershop off of Lorraine. Go check him out. He's great. Does a good job. Big ups to Steve. Anyway, when I was there getting my haircut, he told me something crazy, by the way. And I didn't even look this up yet. But he told me that there was a guy who is a YouTuber who does stunts, I guess. So he was the guy wasn't, well, let me start over again. I get distracted looking at the internet there. I was in the barber chair. We were talking about stuff. The guy knows my history from the old show and doing crazy stunts and stuff like that. And he goes, "Hey, I was thinking about you the other day. There was a guy in the barber chair next to me. He was getting his haircut and he was talking about how he has a online guy, I think he said he was on YouTube, that he loves to watch where this guy does all these crazy stunts." And he goes, "Yeah, in fact, I guess he mentioned one of the stunts that the guy did was a sandpaper slip and slide." So I was like, no fucking way. This guy did a sandpaper slip and slide? Because me and Rob Job from the old show are the only people that I can think of who've ever done a sandpaper slip and slide in their life. But apparently, this guy also does all kinds of weird stuff. He does stuff with paintball guns, where he will just let people find one spot and just shoot one spot over and over and over again. But so I wanted to look into this guy to see kind of what he's all about. And it's this guy named Houston Jones. So I will give Houston Jones a lot of credit just by the little bit that I'm looking at right here. This guy does some very painful stuff. I'm trying to find the sandpaper slip and slide video. I haven't been able to find that yet, but I'm seeing 8 million different injury videos. So this guy basically just beats the hell out of himself. I guess here's just kind of a, why is this so small? What the fuck is going on here? Why does this look like this? Hold on, I'm going to show you one of his videos at least. I'll just pop it up real quick on Instagram. All right, here we go. Here's one of this guy's videos. Whoa, wrong one. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. We have an issue. This is on the wrong display. There we go. Fixed it. Let me refresh this. Oh, why did it go so small? Why did that just happen? Oh, come on, internet. What just happened to my computer here? What is going on right now? What the frig? My whole internet just stopped working for a sec here. All right, let's go back to this. Let's try this again. Open this video. I was trying to open. See, I just wish I could find the sandpaper slip inside. This just like popped up into my head a minute ago. Here you go. Here's one of this guy's videos. So he does all these stupid, crazy stunts. A lot of stuff like the old Dare Dieters.
100 pounds of resistance bands here.
That does not look like it would hurt that bad. It really doesn't look like it would hurt that bad. But that would hurt like a motherfucker. 100 pounds of that shit. I mean, his back is all swolled up already after one snap. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff. So check that dude out. See if you can find the sandpaper slip and slide video and send it to me. This guy mutilates himself. He's like worse than Steve-O. I mean, it's just absolutely ludicrous the things this guy does to himself. I mean, he's got multiple broken bones. He's hitting himself in the kneecap with a mace. I mean, they're just hospital videos, x-rays of broken bones. Hitting himself in the shin with pipe wrenches, some sort of weird weapon. Here's another one. He's letting himself get hit with some sort of weapon that's banned in the state of Michigan. Looks like just like a little hand plastic thing to just be able to slap someone with. I don't know what the hell that thing's called, but there you go. That's that guy. So anyway, that was what I was doing today. I learned about this guy. So if somebody finds the Houston Jones sandpaper slip and slide video, send it to me, because I really like to see somebody else experiencing the horror and the pain that I had to go through, because it was no friggin' joke. Next, in my day, I turned out to be a real doo-doo head dipshit. I'm blown away by the idiotic thing I did today. As a stoner, I am ashamed of myself, and I'm giving a public service message to people just in case you are a dipshit like I am and just get excited about something. Real quick before I move on to that, Michael K. asked Dumb, what was worse, the slip and slide or cactus soccer? Slip and slide by a long shot. That was bad. That was weeks of recovery. The doctor in the emergency room thought I was in a motorcycle accident, because that's how scraped up I was. Because she said, and then when I told her what happened, she goes, "No, I absolutely thought you were in a motorcycle accident because of the road rash you have." So, yeah, by a long shot. Although I still do have little pieces of cactus in my foot that just will never ever come out, I don't think, because they got pushed so deep beneath like calluses and stuff. They're just never ever going to come out. Big ups to Kyle. He's been an official League of Dummies member for 14 months, so really appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much. Speaking of that, I probably am planning on getting more some members-only games in, and then Monday night and Thursday night watch parties for football. So just to remind everybody, if you are not a Super League of Dummies member, Kyle is an official member. That's tier 1. You got to be a tier 2 level member to do any of the members only issues, and I can't change that. So sorry, that's how it is. It costs you an extra $1 a month to watch the football watch parties and then any members only gaming stuff that we do. Because Mikey said he's going to get that college football, and I think that'd be a lot of fun if we got like Curious George on there, Mikey, Pat Wooey, and anybody else that likes to play college football. We could have them all in one big party, and we could play and get everybody's reactions and commentating as we go. It could be a lot of fun. So I'd love to do that. Anyway, back to what I was talking about before. With the doo-doo head dipshittery that I pulled today, I'm giving you guys a public service announcement so you don't do this. Now, yesterday or the day before, I mentioned that there is a new dispensary around the corner from me. And I was so excited. It opened on Monday, and I was so excited to go check it out. But I forgot yesterday. I just completely forgot about it. So after I got my hair cut, because I had stopped in there before they opened over the weekend. And they said, we'll come in on Monday and you'll be able to actually purchase stuff. But they gave me like a 15% off business card. So I had left that in my car. When I got done get my hair cut, I saw the card and said, shit, I got some time. I'm going to go run to this new dispensary and check it out. Walk in, all excited. My God, this place is 2 minutes away from my house. Literally, I mean, if I wanted to walk the dog there, I probably could. It's that close. So I walk in, I'm all excited. I go in there. I look, they don't have a huge selection, but I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's a little place, so I get it, like kind of little boutique place. Maybe that means they got some better buds, just less selection, better quality. And I'm looking at all the buds, and they got the percentage on it of what the THC would be. And then I was like, just kind of like half looking at what like the menu was, just kind of like just reading about the different types of weed, because they tell you the percentage. So I thought, and all this other stuff about the types of weed, the blends, indica, sativa, hybrid, all whatever it is, but the coolest thing they have at this place is they have these little boxes that they have, little clear boxes, and on the top of them is a little tiny magnifying glass built into it. And on the back of it is a little button you can press. And there's a little slit in the top of the box. So when you looked in the little magnifying glass to see the bud inside this clear box, you can squeeze this puffy thing, and it puts the smell of the weed. You can smell it, so you can get an idea of what you're looking for, which is pretty cool. Because you can tell a lot about weed by the way it smells. Kind of the terps, you can pick up the terp smell. One, if it's got more limonene. If it's more skunky, it's got more myrcene, that kind of stuff. So if it's not listed, you can kind of get a whiff of it. Okay, so I read up on the wall, they got the menu prices and all the different types of weed they have, because they also have Delta 8 and Delta 9. And they asked me, what do you want? When I walk in, and I said, I want high percentage THC. They go, okay, here it is. Go pick. Here's the percentage levels. You go pick. And I say, okay, great. And I look through them and I pick out the one I want. And I check out. And it was a little expensive, not too terribly expensive. Oh, Mikey's here. What's up? Oh, good. I want Mikey to hear this story. What's up, bro? How are you?
Buddy?
What's up? Sorry
Good.
to just
Can you
throw
hear
you. Yeah, I can hear you great. You sound good, man. Tilt that camera down a little bit for me. So our heads are sort of even. There you go. Close. Cool. So yeah, I went to a dispensary today, the one that's right by my house, my dude. And
so is this a licensed one or a Habib shop?
Well, I went in there believing it was a full-blown dispensary because it's literally called the Dispensary. So I figured I'm going into a licensed dispensary. I ended up buying these buds that look great. It wasn't terribly expensive. And I was like, great. So I got in the car and went home. And then as soon as I got home and sat down to roll up everything, before I even looked at the bag, I thought to myself, wait a minute. The wall, the menu on the wall said THCA.
Oh, that's fine.
And then I went, wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. THCA is not actual THC. You can combust the THCA and it gets to THC, but you don't get the actual level of THC that you would if you actually bought legitimate THC bud. So I realized that I bought not fake bud, but just cannabis that is not THC. It's THCA.
Yeah, THCA is more potent in what's it called? Dab pens and dab rigs.
Yeah, well, they had the moon rocks, so I was all excited about the moon rocks, but apparently now that I'm thinking
all
about
their
it,
flour there was all THCA.
Yeah, well, they had THCA, Delta 8, Delta 9, all that stuff. And I went, maybe I'm just crazy. And then I looked on the little baggie, and then it said, sure enough, THCA, how much it was. And then it said how much THC it was, and it was like less than 1%. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
Did you ask them if they had their license?
Dude, no. I just straight up, I walked in and...
You was too excited in the moment.
Totally. 100% didn't. And I also said, I want the real... They said, what are you looking for? I said, the real stuff. High potency THC. And they didn't correct me. They didn't say, well, we have THCA, which is what they should have said.
Yeah, they should have said that for sure.
Yeah, so I feel like I got duped a little bit.
Was the bag... All right, so I got another question for you. The bag that it came in.
Yeah.
Did you actually have to tear the lip off the top to get the bag open, or was that sneaky bag to get it open?
No, it was a regular bag. Not like a regular sandwich bag like old school weed comes in, but like a dispensary bag, but not an actual one where you have to... because I actually watched them bag it up for me.
Get out of here with that shit. As soon as they start doing that, run, bro.
Run. I just thought this is how they do it at the new ones. For some reason.
These dispensaries, these licensed ones, dude, everything comes prepackaged, not touched by human hands since it's been tested.
I'm an idiot. It looks exactly like it was, like I should know better. I should have known the recreational places are exactly the same as the medical places. It smells good.
Real good.
I smoked some of it.
With that nice terp spray.
Yeah, I smoked some of it, and it was didn't really do shit, to be honest with you. So I was like,
it's like weed light, bro. You had a decaffeinated coffee and then a beer.
pretty much a huge waste of time and waste of money. So I felt like a
Would you buy
real
an
fucking
eighth?
yeah. So it wasn't the end of the world.
$56?
Yeah, no, it was actually 40 something. So it was actually pretty cheap. So that's part of the reason why
What
I
did
think
the
I got
sticker
so
say? Does it on your receipt? Does it say marijuana tax and break down all the taxes for you? Can you see that yet? How much you're paying in tax on each bag?
No, I think I threw away the receipt, to be honest with you. I think I threw the bag with the receipt away. But no, I feel like a fucking
I was just
moron.
curious. I don't know what your tax rate is out there on the marijuana.
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I haven't even looked into that. Let's see.
Ours is
Ohio
13%.
marijuana tax rate. 15.75.
Ooh, New York's winning, baby.
Yeah, we got a 10% special marijuana tax plus our 5.75 regular state sales tax. And that's excluding local sales tax. So it's even a little bit more than that. So
yeah, the local sales tax adds another 8% to that.
yeah, so they're getting you on every way they can. But hey, you know what? I think B1 told me in the first, however, since they've been doing it, there's $11 million worth of cannabis sales here in Northeast Ohio. So it's been quite a boom so far. What do you got? Texting? What are you doing?
No, I was looking to see if I was right on the New York State tax thing. It's 13% for us.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Were you on? You got on late last night. Were you on when we? Oh, so yeah, just a real quick public service announcement for anybody who lives in the city. If you live in Cleveland and you go to this place called the Dispensary, it's not a real dispensary. So you live in my area.
Should have hit for your first experience ever, man. It should have been a Rise experience.
Well, it's good. I've been to Rise a million times for the medical thing. You know what I mean? So it's going to be exactly the same experience. Just I get taxed more, I think. But yeah. I wonder how that offsets if it's better to do the medical.
It's not taxed. It's not that it's taxed more or anything like that. The medical marijuana that you used to get had caps on it for percent and everything. It should have. At least New York State did. I'm comparing everything to New York State. Like we had a cap on flower percentage and everything like that.
I think the flower cap was pretty high though. I think it was like 40%. So I mean,
ours was like 19.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't even have bothered getting that if that was the case. That would have been a complete waste of time. Yeah, no. That's where like they're talking about putting a cap on the recreational one. That was one of the things they were trying to do here when it was going legal, and I think they might have done it with the concentrates.
Edibles.
Yeah, the concentrates in the
edibles are no bigger than 10 milligrams in edible.
I think it might be 60 or 70% for the concentrates. It might be the cap.
We don't have a cap on that. We got a few in the 90s. Some the pen that I got is 96.
Ooh, bring me one of those next time you come. I mean, you're not allowed to bring me one of those. That would be illegal. So don't do that.
Hypothetically, like
in
this dream world that we live in and everything like that, I can just send it via.
Oh, I couldn't even, dude. I worry about that, man. I had a buddy who used to do that all the time. He'd go to take trips out to California, buy a bank box, and then like a little lock box, like a little bank. You know what I'm talking about? Like a little petty cash box that you'd have in an office. And he would fill that up with stuff from a dispensary in California, edibles, pens, everything you could want, flour, everything. He'd fill that up. He'd get it boxed up and he'd ship it back to himself here in Ohio.
I used to order from a dispensary in California, and it would come in a shoebox. It was the stinkiest package I've ever got in my entire life.
Ooh. And there was no issues with it? Like you weren't...
Never had issues. Spent thousands of dollars.
You know why I'm nervous is because there's a guy who played for the Cleveland then Indians. Like he was a pitcher who got busted getting a QP sent to him and got a QP of kind bud sent to his house. And he got popped.
Dude, I I heard a wild Pete Rose story today when he was like hurting for money. It's from that documentary that just came out.
Say that one more time. I started a video by accident. Go ahead.
There was a story and a rumor about Pete Rose when he was like hurting for money and stuff like that. He was like, I need to make more money because of his gambling debts or whatnot. And some like people, like a group of 9 guys, were like, you give us $1 million, we'll go down south, we'll turn your $1 million into $2 million in cocaine and come back. And he gave him $1 million.
Pete Rose did that?
Yeah, look up. It's got to be if you search it on Google. Pete Rose cocaine, 9 pounds or $1 million. But it's a documentary on HBO Max. I got to watch like ASAP.
All right.
It sounds really good.
What was the documentary about Pete Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I have to watch that. That guy put him in the Hall of Fame, damn it. Anyway.
Not after some of the stories I heard today.
Oh, really? They're that bad?
Yo, wild, dude. Wild.
All right. Well, I'll have to watch that.
Blatantly lying.
I'll have to watch that then. Speaking of watching things, before you got on, Mikey. Oh, you got to be kidding me. We talked about how I was getting my hair cut, and a guy in the barber chair next to me was talking about some YouTube guy who did a sandpaper slip and slide. And yeah, which made me I was like, I got to see this because that was the most painful thing I ever did on the old show. And,
oh, I thought you were talking about, he was talking about you.
Well, I did at first. I was like, oh, because I've never heard of anybody else even attempting to do that. I was like, it's got to be me and Rob because we're the only people who've ever done that. I thought, well, it turns out it was a different guy. It's this YouTuber named Houston Jones. And I got to be honest with you. He said, I made the ultimate slip and slide out of sandpaper. Bro.
Some bitch made shit.
Oh, dude. I don't even need to show the video. I can't show it really because it's a YouTube video and I'll get dinged for copyright on it. But let me just show you what he did. First off, it was out.
Get the fuck out of here. Take that American flag off your hat. You're a bitch.
Dude, this is the most bitch-made shit I've ever seen. Compared to what I did. I mean, this hurts. I'm sure it hurt. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure this was very painful. But compared to what Rob and I did, this is a walk in the park with a cool breeze pushing behind you. So I just have to pull up a picture of mine then just to give myself some props because this guy's got millions of views. If only we were doing YouTube instead of just a dumb radio show in Cleveland. Let's see. Rovers, Morning Glory, sandpaper, slip and slide. Okay, perfect. Me and Charlie.
Get PTSD?
No, it was the very beginning of it is a thing of me and Charlie doing one of our an ad we did together, which made me laugh. Here is, I just want to show what ours looked like compared to theirs. I don't really care about showing the whole video. I actually can't because it's Rovers. But here is a still.
Yeah, it'd be funny if that comes.
Yeah, if he hit me with a copyright strike, I would. Shit. Anyway, so here's the difference. Look at this fucking shit compared to mine. What I just showed you. Look at ours. Dude. So we used an actual slip and slide, but that was only to get our speed up before we hit the sandpaper. There was no slipping and sliding on the sandpaper.
Oh my God.
And we greased ours up with not Crisco.
Crisco, yeah, it was Crisco.
No, it's the poor
canola oil.
Canola oil, yeah, the vegetable oil or whatever.
Oh, I thought you guys did it with. Okay, never mind. The other time I thought it was the other stuff, Crisco.
No, because no, I swear we just did it with. Oh wait, no, actually, here's us pouring it on.
Crisco.
So there you go. It's Wesson oil. That's what it was. Old school classic Wesson oil. So yeah, we poured that on and then we did the slip and slide and it was a nightmare. So, yeah, I got to give myself a little bit of props. It kind of sucks that guy has so many goddamn views on the stuff he does. Look how many views that motherfucker has on that video. He's got 4.47 million subscribers.
God damn.
And 972,000 views. Jesus Christ. Good grief. I should just fucking start doing all the
Yo.
shit I used to do. My body can't handle
Dumb
it
Show
anymore.
fans, go start bombing his comments and pointing people to the real Slip Inside,
Though.
and then tag another Dumb Show.
I don't know if you can do that. It'll probably just drive more people to RMGs, which good for them. Whatever, I don't care.
That would be real wordy to have to be like, yo, check out this real one, but it's really this guy, not this. Yeah, okay.
This is the show I used to be on, and look at this guy did okay here with this, but mine's actually better. I'm actually not on that show anymore. I'm on a new show, but you can see the video.
Story, my second wife, dog's cousin's best friend.
For sure. There you go. There's a callback. There's an old callback. I got a call back from last night. And by the way, thank you to Drew S for finding that link and sending it to me, Drew. Good man. Last night, Mikey, before you got on, I told a story about this guy named Gosder Chirillis. Have you ever heard of Gosder? He's a former offensive lineman he played for the Buccaneers and he played for a few other teams. He was on a flight the other day from Boston to Ireland. And long story short, he fell asleep. He took according to him, he fell asleep because of some sort of sleeping pill he took, and then got into some sort of argument and became disorderly. And he took his pants down and just took a whiz on someone. And the details have come out a little bit more about it. The actual police report has come out. It says, according to the police report, Chirillis, yesterday, because there were no details about why he did it other than his response. Yeah. We knew he got in trouble on the plane.
That Ambien's one hell of a drug, dude.
Well, if that's true, that's what I'm wondering, if he took Ambien. But it says, here's what it says. Chirillis appeared drunk when he arrived at Logan Airport. Before the flight took off, he allegedly argued with another passenger over seating arrangements. Then, about an hour into the flight, investigators said he walked up to an elderly woman, exposed himself, and emptied, quote, his entire bladder for approximately 20 seconds. What a fucking psychopath. I know. The elderly woman part is the thing that really imagine this. He's a 6'6", 280-pound giant black dude, which he's.
My grandmother's like 4'2" because she shrunk. She's gonna be eye level to that fucking monsoon hanging, or that monster fucking trunk hanging.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine the fucking elephant snake that was in front of this old lady. She's probably freaking out bad enough as it is, and then he just fucking takes a leak all over her. So he's going to be in some trouble, obviously, exposing himself, all that kind of stuff. So,
well, I mean, he didn't really assault. It's going to be one of them show up tickets, bail reform, not a lot, yada yada yada.
In Boston,
probation. Yeah, probably.
Isn't Boston?
It's a blue.
Are they blue in Boston? I didn't know. I guess
every big
city.
City's
every
blue.
big city is.
There ain't no red cities.
But if you put a bodily fluid on another person, that's assault. Because you're the one. I mean, you just told me I can't spit on people.
It's not aggravated assault or assault with a deadly weapon or anything like that.
Oh, so there's different levels of assault? I didn't know that.
Yeah, simple assault, aggravated assault.
What's the assault level if you just threaten someone? Is that simple assault?
I don't know. I think that's harassment.
No, you can actually get charged with assault just for threatening someone.
I'm guessing that would be some type of simple assault. It's got to be. I wouldn't even think that'd be assault. That'd be one of the things that gets knocked down to like menacing.
I agree, but I'm pretty sure they're able to charge you with assault. Sorry,
I
have
thought
a fruit fly
that
will not go away. It's driving me crazy. It won't. I can't keep trying to catch it.
I am curious about that now, though.
So anyway, that guy's gonna get in trouble. We'll find out what he ends up getting charged with officially, and whether he goes. I don't think he's gonna do jail time or anything like that. But so he's in trouble, and you know who else might be in trouble, Mikey? Your old boy, Dumb.
Oh no! What'd you do?
I don't know. Well, I didn't do anything except potentially screw myself in our fantasy football draft.
Ow! Well, yeah.
Today, I believe it was today, either yesterday or today, CeeDee Lamb, my number one overall pick in our Another Dumb Fantasy Football League, again, last year, picked the wide receiver first overall. Most people do. The guy got hurt in the, I don't know, third week or something. I rolled the dice this year. CeeDee Lamb plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
Great pick. Great
He-
fucking pick.
Great, probably one of the greatest, the best wide receiver in the league right now, maybe other than Justin Jefferson. It's a toss-up between the two of them. Toss-up between the two of them, I'd say. Only because CD is a little more durable, I'd give him that.
You've been smoking that THCA.
Either way, I decided to pick CeeDee Lamb over Justin Jefferson this year because Jefferson got hurt last year.
Thank you so much for that, dude. I was going to be so pissed if JJ came off the board.
He fell to you. You ended up getting JJ. And the problem with CeeDee Lamb is why I say I might be in trouble is because I rolled the dice when I picked him because he's currently in a contract dispute and with the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. And
he ain't helping the situation.
For Jerry Jones has come out and explicitly said that we're basically, in a nutshell, I don't have the exact quote, but he basically said, we're not any better with you on the field, which is the most ridiculous fucking statement in the fucking world. I mean, I'm paraphrasing it, but that's what he was alluding to. Am I right? You heard that phrase? That comment?
Oh, yeah, dude. He's taking a shit all over him.
Yeah. So for some reason, and the reason why I say I may be in trouble is if this guy doesn't sign and decides not to play this year until he gets his contract,
He's playing.
Fucked if that happens. Now,
the one that I would be worried about not playing next year is Jamar Chase.
Well, I'll get to that. I'm going to get to him in a second. But before I do that, tell me what you think this means. Because CeeDee Lamb posted this on Instagram. What? You're more of a Marvel guy than I am. I know Spider-Man pretty well, but not that well. The only thing I know about this Black Spider-Man is he's infected with venom, I believe. So he's changed over to the black suit.
Yeah.
What do you think this could possibly represent?
He's about to go evil. He's about to suit up.
Some people are speculating that because of the color pattern, he might be being traded to the Raiders, potentially.
No, he's not being traded.
I'm just saying this is what some of the speculation is online. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I read something about that too. I'd find, no way is a major league or a blockbuster trade happening this close to the start of the year. It'd be the wildest thing ever in NFL history.
Why do you think this
package would have to come with multiple? You'd have to come with a first-round pick, Devontae Adams, because there's no way they're keeping Devontae.
Oh yeah, you can't put. He's such a diva. He can't have anybody else. He can't play with another WR1. There's no way.
Yeah, he probably wants out of there. Well, no, he's the type of guy that I don't know if he's chasing a ring. I think he's chasing a bag because he left Green Bay for the bag.
Well, I don't know. He's been such a bitch since he got one, and he's not been getting. He wants numbers too. He wants to be considered the best. I think that's what he cares about. He wants to be considered the best receiver in the league.
Randy bitched and bitched and bitched till they came out with the Moss. What the hell was Mike Tice playing? 33% of all our plays would go through Randy Moss.
That was like some sort of agreement they came up with or something?
Yeah, dude, that's something that he talked about for a press conference.
Well, I actually have a Vikings press conference here we'll talk about here in a little bit. So going back to what we were talking about with CeeDee Lamb and the contract negotiations and what you mentioned with Jamar Chase. So Jamar Chase went as an auto pick to a guy named Curtis because he missed the draft. Yeah. So he was doing auto picks. So he could be in real trouble because I just saw an interview with Chad Ochocinco today. Did you see that? Go ahead. You can explain it then.
No, I saw the interview with Chad and I saw Adam Schefter talking about it. And it was just if they don't get a deal done, the speculation is that a deal is going to be done this week.
Right.
But if a deal doesn't get done, they do not expect him to suit up and play at all until a deal is done, which is a wildly crazy thing to do. He's still 2 years out on his rookie deal.
Right.
Nobody ever gets a deal that quick. You play out one more year, and then you get the bag. Like, that's it. You reset the wide receiver market next year. You play one more year, you get a higher paycheck than Justin Jefferson.
Okay, I couldn't have said it any better myself. I think he's being a real bitch. Frankly, I would be.
Yep.
I'm pissed off about CD, but he's got a point. He's due for his bag, as as they say. It's time for him to eat, and Jerry Jones needs to get it fucking done because if I get fucked out of my number one pick again, I'm gonna be screwed.
He just needs to take a dirt nap, dude. Like he's holding that organization back so badly.
Well, I mean, he brought Ezekiel Elliott back, so I mean, they're really gonna blow
Yeah,
up.
the guy
now.
averages 2.9 yards a carry.
I know that's my point. He's a it wasn't a bust, but I mean he had a good run there for a little bit, but
The first 2 years he was great, but if you just look at his numbers, it drops by like 2 yards a carry every year.
yeah, but hopefully, I mean he can get some tutties in though for him. So somebody picked up Zeke this year in the draft, so they're looking for some tutties. I can't remember, was Jerry got him? I'm not sure.
You were talking about you got the other dude,
The
Dr.
other
Doolittle.
Rico Dowdle, baby. I think that's going to be the guy carrying the ball for them. I know Deuce Vaughn might get it a little bit, but I think Rico is going to be carrying the ball a lot for them. At least I hope. he's my sleeper pick that I did in my research. He's one of them.
And waiting for a running back to go down. I need a running back to go down so Dalvin can get hired.
Did you pick him?
No, I didn't. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm mixing fantasy leagues again.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
Still,
All right.
I want to see Dalvin do well.
I don't think anybody picked him in ours. So if he ends up getting, there's somebody goes down and he gets picked up, he'll be a good free agent pickup for somebody potentially.
Oh, yes, he will.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
speaking
ready.
of,
I'm watching the waiver wire nonstop.
have there been any transactions so far? Have there been any trades or anything like that? I actually have been monitoring it at all. Let's see. League
Nope.
transaction counter. Just a couple drops. 4 drops so far. Oh, no. Oh, so, okay. Curtis, the guy who got auto-picked, he did 4 drops. And he's got one person he put on injured reserve. Interesting. Who did he put on IR? Jonathan Brooks, he put on running back for Carolina. And then...
He's not out long.
Oh, and these poor guys got 3 people who are questionable, but looks like he didn't have a bad draft at all. And it looks like the couple of the people that he picked up, maybe, he's got some interesting backups there. So we'll see what he's got. Good for him. At least he was able to get in there because I felt bad actually that he wasn't able to be a part of the draft. So it's good that he's in there putting in some work, trying to make some things happen. So that's good. We got a fun season here coming up. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
You mentioned free agent a second ago, and big free agent thing that happened this year in football. And I'm not talking football all night. This next one isn't even about football. It just happens to be about somebody who plays football. Mikey's former favorite player, who now no longer plays for the Minnesota Vikings, so Mikey doesn't care about him. He now is an Atlanta Falcon. Quarterback Kirk Cousins, Kirko, who Mikey used to refer as. I'm wondering what you think. For some reason, as part of the social media team for the Falcons, they released Kirk Cousins' birthday practice playlist. And I gotta lay it out. I gotta tell you, he's certainly just the whitest dude on the planet. He's really never.
Imagine so. He was all into that Creed shit last year when football teams started biting off baseball style.
Well, he's taken a big turn this year from Creed. He's out of the the '90s ballad rock or whatever you call it, the 2000s ballad rock. What
He's
the fuck
in
would
the
you even call
ATL.
it?
He better be picking some like '90s and early 2000s hip hop and rap.
You would think,
Yeah.
right? They want to bring back the Dirty Bird, bring back the heyday of the Falcons. Well, he went with I gotta be honest with you, not a terrible playlist. It's not terrible. No, I necessarily don't like it. There's some songs on it that I definitely do like. Some songs I don't like. But it's kind of, the reason I kind of bring it up is it reminds me a little bit of, there's some weddings I do will be really heavy, like maybe emo is the right word for it.
Right.
Or just kind of like, I don't know, what would you call Fall Out Boy?
Emo.
Emo, yeah, they consider it emo.
Yeah.
So here's his
Emo
list.
punk.
I'll show you his list. So Kirk Cousins' birthday practice playlist. We got The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. Pretty decent song. I like that song. It's a good song on the radio when it comes on. I usually leave it on. Move Along, not my favorite song. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that one that much. Holiday by Green Day, I could do without that. I think I like one or two Green Day songs. Stacy's Mom, classic. Everybody loves Stacy's Mom. It's a fun sing-along song. That usually makes it onto the emo wedding playlist. When I get a real heavy people who want a lot of emo stuff, I'll get them on there. Then, of course, All the Small Things. This is almost a staple at all of my weddings because I do a little emo set that includes, sometimes we'll include the anthem depending on the age group and how good they're feeling about my emo set. But it always starts with this one, with Mr. Brightside. This is the start of my emo set. I hit him with Mr. Brightside. Then I come back with Blink 182, All the Small Things. Then I swing it down to Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. So it sounds so cool, the three of those songs going back to back to back. People just, it's like, oh, three in a row. They just go crazy. So, yeah, this is fun music to me. I love this kind of stuff. I'm not really a huge emo music guy, but I feel like as I've gotten older and the more I've played it.
Easily singing?
Well, here's one I do like. Dear Maria, Count Me In. That is a fucking great song. That's made it into my liked songs on Spotify. So,
I don't know if you've ever heard it.
What?
I don't know if I've ever heard it. I don't know any of the titles of these songs. I know Mr. Brightside. I couldn't sing it or know it.
It's about drinking. Dear Maria, Count Me In. No, I'm surprised you don't know these bands because I feel like these are all the bands that got played on the old radio station that the show was on. I
know all the band names for sure, but like I told you before, I do not retain song titles, anything like that. I don't doubt that I know probably all these songs, but I mean, obviously, Stacy's Mom, I know that one. Blink 182, those ones I know and I'm familiar with the title. But all the other titles, I have no idea.
Okay, right on. Well, I actually found it to be a good little playlist by Kirko. I feel like a lot of these songs, I don't know how good they are for warming up for football. Like that's when he did the Creed song as part of their warm up. Like that's not exactly going to get me fired up for a football game. It was just so corny.
Because it wasn't something that we were doing or anything like that. It's a baseball thing, and Kirk just bit right off their style.
What? That was that. I forgot they were doing that.
Texas Rangers, yeah, I think it's a Texas Rangers thing all year.
Oh, why didn't they get more?
Battery's dead. Let me check the chat. 1 second, 2 seconds.
We got stuck in a loop there. Woo, we got out of it. We're back, baby. That took longer than 15 seconds.
I was getting all trancy music in my head. I was like, my eyes are rolling to the back of my head.
That's actually was supposed to be a like an electrical power-up sound versus a trance music thing. So
trance music.
I picked a bad sound effect. Shit, that sucks.
I liked it. It was dope.
All right, hold. Oh, did it just die again?
No.
Oh, you cut out for 2 seconds. I thought my mic died. Sorry.
Yeah. Exciting news, real quick, before we jump back into that. Did Theo Von on this past weekend?
The comic and podcast host Theo Von.
Podcast is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, millions of views a week, everything like that. It's one of the most popular ones, most highly streamed ones. Dude, his guest this week is no bigger, no better, no badder than the man himself, Donald Trump.
Oh, really? Donald Trump's going on Theo Von's podcast?
Yep.
Why would he? Is he doing that just to stick it to Rogan?
No, I don't know. This is my dream come true. I told you last night. I hope Donald gets with some comedians. They can give him some zingers for his pocket against Kamala, and he can roast the shit out that bitch.
Well, I'm still, dude. She's gonna have some trouble off teleprompter. I think
Yep.
she could be in trouble in that debate. Oh, what happened to Curious George? He just called and I put him on hold and he just hung up.
Maybe bad connection or something.
That was weird.
I also read RFK was talking today about dropping out of the race and throwing his hat in for Donald Trump.
I saw a headline about that. I didn't read the story, but I did see the headline about that. So, yeah, I talked a little bit about
place on his cabinet.
Say that one more time.
For
Elon
a place
Musk
in his cabinet. No.
Oh, you think that's why he's doing
RFK.
it? I saw that Trump offered a spot to Elon if he wanted it. Elon could have a spot on his cabinet.
It's
Who knows
dope,
what
bro.
for?
It's like
Space Force.
Yeah, dude, a giant conglomerate of the world's best and greatest minds.
He's a smart dude, that's for sure. What was I just gonna say here? Let's see what time it is. 8:22. You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. I got two other quick little football stories that are really not too football-y. And then I believe we'll be video dumping just about the rest of the day, pretty much. So I got a ton of videos for us to dump out. And
I'm only going to be good till 9 tonight again.
That's cool. Then we'll just blow through the videos, and then we'll, while you're here, and then I'll do the ones that I can do whatever without you. So, all right, let's take an early quick break. I need another beer. I got to make sure these other batteries charge up. You need a what?
I need another pipe.
Another pipe. All right, you're back to burning again?
Yep.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, well, take your pipes, throw them in the other room, let your kids try to find them while you slam the door and you go do your own thing. All right. Second hour is always happy hour here in another Dumb Show, guys. So sit back. We'll be right back here on another Dumb Show. Get your drinky drink on, your milky milk on. Hang on. Okay. Welcome back to Another Dumb Show. I am Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me here on issue number 248. So good to have you guys here. You know how it feels. Feels so good. It feels so right. Having you guys streaming on my tube. Night. All right. We're back. Let's see here. Homeboy is back as well. What's up, dude? How are you?
Oh, it got dark here quick.
I saw that. Did you turn the lights off and just did you have a little smoke session with the lights off just to try to mellow out?
The lights I just had to turn back on a little bit anyways, but I didn't think I turned them down that low. It's literally right at the moment at night where it's starting to turn dark.
Sunset, that's called.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is my favorite weather, bro. I threw on a pair of comfy gray sweatpants, doggy. Oh my god, I love sweatpant weather.
I got my jeans on for the first time in a long time. I was pretty happy about that. I'm a jeans guy, so I love that I was able to put my jeans on.
I haven't wore a pair of jeans in probably. Actually, I know the exact date I wore jeans. The last time I wore jeans is when I went to Minnesota for the football game.
I still can't wear sweatpants out of the house. It's in my head since
dude, I don't wear any outdoor clothes. As soon as I walk in the door from whatever I was doing with the real world, within 10 seconds of me walking in the door, I'm in house clothes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of do that. I usually will actually switch down to like house shorts. I usually leave my shirt on because I don't want to mess up my hair. But I will, but I'll put on, I'm so very vain about my hair. In case you guys didn't know that already. But I was cold today because I opened all the windows here to let some air in, let the house air out because it was just such a nice, beautiful day. And then I realized it's kind of chilly, so I just left my jeans on. But yeah, no, I in 5th grade, Mark Mastronicola pulled me aside. We got off the bus. Yeah, he definitely Italian dude. Yep. We got off the school bus. He was in 8th grade. We got off the school bus, and I was actually, Mark was kind of a big dude. He was kind of like, we played football together, and he kind of beat my ass on the football field. He was kind of a dick, actually. I wasn't really a big fan of him. Didn't think he liked me much. But one day I went to school and I was wearing sweatpants. And he got off the bus, and he pulled me aside, and he said, "Hey, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you can't wear sweatpants to school." So I said to Mark, "Why are you telling me this?" And he goes, "Just some advice from an 8th grader to a 5th grader." So Mark really instilled in me this from an early age. And so I just will not wear sweatpants out of the house. I just can't do it. No can do for me.
You're missing out, bro.
Nope, I don't. I don't even wear my house shorts. I won't even wear those out of the house. I always put on like my nice shorts when I go out. I just can't. Don't like looking like a ragamuff too much.
House clothes are my out clothes unless I'm going to like something where I have to wear adult clothes. But other than that, dude, grocery store, bowling, shit like that, house clothes.
All right. Well, not for me. I'm not doing it. Well, actually, we might not have to anymore. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start the video dump. This one is pretty cool. We might not have to leave the house to do some of our favorite things. And I just talked the other day about how I want to do more outdoor events, more live events. And I just realized that after watching this video, I might be able to have this happen and not leave the house.
Text is up on the screen still.
Oh shit, my bad. I forgot to turn that off. Good job, guys. Thank you for commenting. Sorry. What did that say? Someone talk to me.
We'll talk to you, KO.
We're both talking to you right now. What do you think is happening? So, listen to me. I'll talk to you. You listen to me. How's that work? I think that's a give and take. That works for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just being silly. I appreciate you being here, KO. Thank you. One of the League of Dummy members as well. So, but no, check this out, Mikey. The live video may have changed did this change again? Why does this display keep changing? Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. Is this going to show the video here?
Uh
Oh, I'm an idiot.
spaghetti-o.
I figured it out. Never mind. I'm a dipshit. All right, here we go. It's that THCA making me stupid. Check this out, Mikey. Now, you look at this. Ignore the text. You wouldn't know it if it didn't see that text right there, right? You think you're looking at a actual soccer match, right? Well, as I hit play here.
So the future is here, and it is wild. This is Cosm, and it's essentially a large screen in a giant theater. They show everything from sports to shows to concerts, and the sky's the limit, literally. I brought my dad, and we ordered some food, so it felt like a real sports experience.
This is awesome.
I went to see Man United versus Fulham today, and as a Liverpool fan,
Is the sphere?
It's like a mini sphere almost for like sporting events, where they treat it like a sporting event kind of thing. You got the food like that. I mean, that's fucking sweet.
That's wild.
Now, think about how that's going to be. And that's why I said why we might not have to leave the house for this kind of stuff. We, if you, I don't know if you've ever used, what is he pretend? What is he? Is this some Japanese porn all of a sudden? What did it just turn into? What's this guy doing?
He's talking about something.
He's talking about sucking a giant. He's like, this isn't Asian. This is Asian penis. This black American penis.
This is how you stroke at 0.
Anyway, no, one of the cool things about the VR headsets, and I don't know if you've ever done this, is they have kind of that same thing where you can sit on the court at an NBA game live. I
saw that in the commercials and stuff. That's dope.
It's a
I
real
wouldn't be
thing.
able to do it, but that's dope.
What do you mean? Why not?
I get dizzy.
With a VR headset on?
Yep.
I think that
horribly
happens.
nauseous.
I think that happens to everybody at first, Mikey. I think it's one of those things where you got to give it a shot. You got to work. You got to power through that.
Don't like when my tummy hurts like that.
I felt that way about. You know what made me feel that way? Were when 3D video games first came out. You remember when there was a little time where they did on the PlayStation, I think 3 or 4. Sorry, I have the hiccups all of a sudden, guys. Pardon me. On the PlayStation 3 or 4, they had, if you had a 3D TV where you wore the 3D glasses, like GTA would let you like be in 3D.
Yeah.
That gave me the worst nausea. That made me feel so sick.
Because when 3D TVs came out, my father's a big TV junkie like me, and like as soon as the 3D TV hit the market with the little battery powered glasses and all that, we were there and bought one.
We had one of those, and watching TV didn't upset me, but when I played the video games, it was really bad. It made me feel awful.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, so
because I wish I could get like a VR headset and play Forza or get a racing setup for the PS5. My buddy's got. Oh my god! I just thought of a game I need to buy this week.
College, you already promised you're getting College Football 25.
Shit. All right, it's gonna be a fat paycheck. I got 2 games to buy this week.
I almost just called you earlier today and said, "Hey, fuck it, I want to do a gaming issue with you. Buy that fucking thing today." Because I want to play. I want to play it so bad. I love it so much. It's so much fun.
Ain't no cash in these pockets, man. Madison Square Garden was expensive.
Dumped you out. I understand. Shit, New York's got to be. How much was that? Just that piece of pizza that you got?
Oh, it was like $2.50.
Oh, really? I thought they would charge like a shitload for something like that. So you can still get a slice.
All together, slice 2 garlic nuts, 2 Coca-Colas, and the lemon ice.
Sorry, this fruit fly.
Oh.
My bad.
I said Coca-Cola, and you were like, "Wow, don't say that."
No, Pepsi sponsoring us. I never told you. How much was it? You didn't finish.
Oh, like $17.
Okay, not bad. All right, that's a nice standard little pizza deal there. All right, yeah, I got to be honest with you. Speaking of pizza, I don't know what is going on, but ever since I did that big dinner box challenge for Pizza Hut, I cannot get enough Pizza Hut in me. B1 and I just had it again this weekend. And I'm actually sitting here thinking about considering getting it again tonight when the show ends. They
put something in that canola oil.
There's some kind of crack in that butter crack. They're feeding me on that Pizza Hut pizza, man.
Everything looks good. Butter crack.
Stay away from her. Rather have a butter face than a butter crack. You know what I'm
Bet.
saying? Anyway, speaking of butter faces, well, she's just kind of a butter period. Last night at the Democratic National Convention, you watch any of that, by the way?
Oh my God, I saw Steve Kerr out there talking shit today, and I wanted to punch his little fucking 5'9" sharp angled nose into the ground.
Yeah, he referenced Steph Curry and the going to sleep thing, saying that that's what they're going to do to Donald Trump. I got to watch. I saw Hillary. Hillary came crawling out from under wherever she's been, and did a good speech. I got to give her credit. It was a like maybe not the content necessarily was my favorite, but it was a great speech. She's a good speaker for sure. It was really good.
Yeah, she gets it from her husband. The guy
no, he doesn't. He gives it to the interns. She doesn't get it from him.
Dude, his speech. The more I keep thinking about it, because I started watching House of Cards again the other night.
Yeah,
they are the Underwoods.
Oh, I think everything's kind of loose, taking all of the alleged scandals about them, and just turning it into a hyperbolic version of them.
If you haven't watched that show since watching it the first time, because when it first came out, politics were still politics, and you know what I'm saying? If you start watching it now, that whole show is like, man, this is about as real could get.
It's the times. It's fitting the times now, so it's holding up even more. Yeah, without even trying to. Well, last night at the DNC, I saw Hillary. I saw Joe's speech. I watched them all. I actually watched the whole thing just because I like politics. I'm a nerd, and I just like to see. I like watching people do public speaking to see how well they do or if they totally fail. And Hillary did good. Joe actually not bad. Got to give him credit for them. They put him on at mid.
The guy's relieved. They finally let him fucking retire. He's no longer a prisoner of the fucking United States.
Well, I don't know what they did. It's like they let him sleep all day, and then because they didn't let him talk until 12 o'clock at night. But he was good. He was old fiery Joe, back to the old fiery Joe. He was, the whole night was supposed to be celebrating Biden, and I didn't get the vibe like they were really celebrating Joe very well. They really, it was supposed to be a passing of the torch to Kamala, and I don't feel like Biden really passed it.
Drop the baton.
No, he's kind of still running with her. He's running next to her before he hands off that torch, I think. So I don't know if he necessarily dropped it because his speech was good and it, was poignant for what he was talking about. If you're a Democrat, I'm sure you loved it. But there was one moment in the night that went viral. And I wonder what you think about this. I actually don't think it's that big of a deal. It's Kamala Harris's husband and his daughter and her stepdaughter. I think her name is Ella Emhoff, and the two of them are together, Doug and Emma. And here's the video, and you tell me if anything is weird to you about this video.
The economic speech she gave was a major disaster when she had to make an actual decision about her vice president, passing over Josh Shapiro for Tim Walz. I believe also a disaster. So they know their strategy. Let the American.
Anything weird to you?
Yeah. How old is that girl?
I don't know, to tell you the truth.
The tattoos. But still, she's trying to get away from that creepy motherfucker.
That's her dad.
Well, she was trying to get the fuck away from him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think she tried to leave and he squeezed her closer.
I feel like he was trying to, like, this is a dad whose daughter, like, look right there. She's just kind of looking around, like, the whole time she's doing it, she looks very disinterested. Is the vibe I got from that.
When she had to make an actual president.
And he's kind of like maybe just kind of roping her back in at that point. Like this point, they're taking a picture, right? You can see them reset for a picture.
Yeah.
Picture, reset for another one. But it isn't about her trying to get away from him. They're calling it an awkward hug, the way he has his arm around her. And I got to be honest with you, this is a stretch.
Yeah, I don't see nothing weird about that.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation here for that guy because, you want to look like he's got his hand all weird, like you see how his hand's kind of like all folded up, like
doesn't want his fingers out on like her waist or midriff or anything like
yeah,
that.
you can't really, and his arm's obviously longer, and she's all hugged up on him, so he's got a weird angle on her and everything. So I just think it's a dad and his daughter, and she's got a big weird arm around him, and it's just like an uncomfortable weird pose for pictures. People are giving her a hard time about her outfit. I don't know if I have the rest of her outfit. If there's a picture, you can see the pants or whatever. But supposedly this was, I can't see the whole picture. DNC. Oh yeah, here's their outfit. People were giving her a hard time about her outfit. I mean, I'm no fashionista, but it does look a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. This one on the right here, it looks like something Kanye West would wear. I feel like it's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm not judging. You wear sweatpants out of the house, Mikey. Who are you to judge people's clothes? Anyway. Speaking of Kamala Harris and politics, I got a couple good videos here. This one is crazy. This guy's out of control. I don't know what happened to this guy. He used to be Mr. America, Mr. Not Racist, and I don't know what's happened to the Hulkster.
You want to get crazy? You want me to throw more beers out? You want me to body slam somebody? You want me to body slam Kamala Harris? I said, do you want me to body slam Kamala Harris? You want me to drop the leg on Kamala? Is Kamala a chameleon? Is she Indian? Okay, I like it. Ow. I'm gonna get heat for that one, brother. That was not me, that was the beers talking.
What a fucking idiot. How he
that's a funny joke.
Well, no, I don't think he knows the difference between Asian Indian and Native American Indian. I think that's...
Probably not. Dude, the guy's a walking case of CTE.
That is a good point. That is true. That is a great excuse. Is that what he said at the end? Is that what he said at the end? That's the CTE?
He said, we're gonna be in trouble for this one.
Oh, okay. I thought he said there was something else talking. I couldn't tell. That would have been funny if he'd said it was a CTE
talking. You can lean on all kinds of stuff, man.
That would be pretty good. Yeah. So did you see that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are making a movie about his sex tape controversy? And
really?
Hulk Hogan wants nothing to do with it. And they're just like, public record, it's in the news. It was a court case. We can do whatever the fuck we want with it. So we're going to make a movie about it.
If it's anything like that movie that they came out with, the Air Jordan one, just not going to be interested.
Oh, I thought that movie was decent. I didn't hate that movie.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, not a fan.
I thought it was decent. What didn't you like about it?
The whole thing. I thought it was fantastical. To be honest with you, it's been so long since I've seen it, I just remember not liking it. It wasn't memorable to me. It didn't teach me something I didn't already know.
Oh, I thought it was interesting. I liked it. I thought the behind the scenes stuff with the Nike and trying to decide, trying to convince Nike executives that what they were doing was right and it was worth going after Jordan.
Put all the money out there up front.
I think the part I liked the most was when they showed how the Air Jordan, not the most, but one that stuck out to me is when they showed how the Air Jordan logo came up when they came up with that. That was pretty cool. The guy staying there late at night and coming up with, when they showed the logo to Phil and all that. That was pretty cool to me. I like that part. So you have bad taste, man.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick. It's funny.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't even dare go after the movie I recommended.
Which movie did you recommend?
Furiosa.
Oh, dude. Huh. Oh, yeah, we were supposed to watch. So I told you last week I was going to watch Furiosa.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant I had bad taste about.
No, I was just being silly about the last thing you were saying. I don't even remember what we're talking about. I moved on. My brain moved on to the next thing. So yeah, last weekend I was supposed to watch Furiosa. I told you on Friday I was going to watch it this weekend, and then
It's free on HBO.
oh wait, it is.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm glad you told me that because I would have paid for it. So actually, this worked out because I went on
I
Amazon
figured that's
Prime.
why you were watching it, because it's on the fucking HBO Max.
No, I was just going to rent a movie and watch it. And instead, so B1 came over and we were going through the different movies that were there. And I said, all right, here's Furiosa. And then I was like, well, let's just see what else is there just in case. And she saw Twisters.
God, I don't ever want to have a girlfriend again.
Well,
It sounded so horrible to go past what I want to watch. Be like, let's see if there's something else. No, that sounds horrible.
Well, it backfired, Mikey, because I ended up watching Twisters.
Oh, great. Yeah, you could really replace Helen Hunt.
Dude, what a bust of a movie. I got to be honest with you. Here's my Twister review. It fucking sucked. It was no good.
Rather live through an actual tornado than watch the movie Twisters
Well, the
again.
CGI was not even that great. It wasn't, I felt like the original Twister was better with what I was seeing, you know what I mean, than this movie.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, wasn't that Bill Paxton?
That was Bill
Or what's his
Pullman.
name?
That was Bill Pullman.
There
in
you
that
go.
one. Yeah,
Wrong-
Bill Pullman
wrong
and Bill.
BP.
Yep, wrong BP. But they had it was the only really homage to the old one was the dueling teams. In there, I guess there might be spoilers.
The machine
So
on the,
if
the
you haven't
machine on the
seen,
truck makes the little things fly.
yeah, if you haven't seen Twisters, I'm probably going to give some spoilers right now. So mute it or come back later.
Well, as Dumb said, it's not even worth watching to begin with.
You know what? If it were free, I wouldn't have cared. But we rented it, so I care. No, I mean I don't care. I'm just like, oh, that was dumb. You know what I mean? That was a wait for it to be on Netflix or something kind of movie because it totally it took the literally exact same storyline from the first one. Tried to add a couple shocking moments at the beginning to try to rope you in, and then it just went literally back into the exact same story, just done in a different way.
How do you make the same story? It's about fucking tornadoes. How do you change it?
Update some technology of Dorothy. Just little things like, here's a perfect example. You mentioned Helen Hunt. At the beginning of the movie, they foreshadow that we're going to see Helen Hunt. Then we get to the part where it would be Helen Hunt. And they even tease you. They have her walking through a doorway and she's a shadow in the dark. And then she all of a sudden comes into a lit room and it's not Helen Hunt.
I'd have been pissed.
I was fucking like, what? Because I even bragged to B1 about it. She was like halfway through the movie, she was like, I can't believe there's no Helen Hunt in this movie. And I said, you missed the foreshadowing at the beginning when they said, we're going to go to Mom's house and have a barbecue. And then they didn't make it to the barbecue for obvious reasons. But then they get to the part where they're going to go to Mom's house and we're all expecting it to be fucking Helen Hunt and no dice.
Or was it Aunt May?
No, dude, 0 from the first one. 0. The only interesting thing about it for me was I got to see a little bit of David Cornsweet, the guy that's going to be playing Superman in the new Superman movie. He was in it.
Oh, he was in it? Oh,
yeah.
So you got a nice little tease there.
One thing I did notice about him, noticeably bigger than everybody else. He was bigger. He was just taller and in stature, just wider, big, broad shoulders. Played a real asshole in the movie.
In shape for Superman.
Say that one more time.
I said in shape for Superman.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I think he probably started at that point. B1 was sitting there with her... well, she was sitting there with a wet puss the whole time because that Glenn Powell dude is in it. So she doesn't really bring... I'm pretty bad about being like, oh, Sydney Sweeney or, oh, whatever other hot chick. I'm pretty bad about that. she doesn't bring up dudes very often. Like she won't be like, "Ooh, that guy, oh, so and so is in this movie or whatever." But she was like, we were watching it for about 10 minutes or 5 minutes. She goes, "When does Glenn Powell come out?" And I started laughing. So it was pretty funny. And then she just texted me another thing too. They remember Dorothy, the thing that went on the back, the technology from that with the little, it flew up into the air with the Pepsi can things.
Bolted to the back of the green Dodge Ram.
Beginning of the movie, they show Dorothy. So you think that's the only, I lied. That was the only other thing, the only thing from the old movie. Now, they didn't say why they didn't say why they had Dorothy. They didn't say how they had Dorothy. They didn't.
Come on. So
Nothing.
many missed opportunities just to give us old school fans just a little bit of a connection.
Nothing.
A little bit of a throwback to the classic. Because that movie, dude, the original one is awesome. I love the original one. Anytime I see it on TV, dude, I stop and watch it.
You leave it on. Everybody leaves it on. It's Twister. It's great. It's a great movie. It's classic.
Yeah.
Poor B1. It's her. She was fighting back tears at the beginning of it because it was her grandma who passed away. It was her grandma's, one of her favorite movies, and they'd watch it at her grandma's house and stuff. So she was. Yeah. So at the beginning of the movie, I was like, all right. I had to make a joke and try to make her laugh because I knew she was going to be a little bit choked up for a second and stuff. So
lighten the mood.
Yeah. Well, now my new thing is I tell her, lock it up, like in Wedding Crashers. So it actually makes her laugh pretty hard. So speaking of something that made me laugh pretty hard. So yeah, by the way, so there's the quick Twisters review for you. Not worth paying for. 100% not worth paying for. And if I'd have paid for that in a theater where I was expecting like really great special effects, I'd have been really pissed off because the special effects were not that great.
Maybe the special effects look better in the theater.
Nah, I don't think so.
Don't think so?
Nah, I don't think so. No, I don't think it would have made a difference at all. Because B1 even was like, yeah, that wasn't very impressive. It really wasn't. Well, you know what they need to use? Maybe if they had used a little bit of AI, it might have turned out a little better for him, because I came across an AI video that made me laugh so hard. I'm going to mute the video because it just got a weird song playing and it's kind of loud. So I'm just muting it. But Mikey, we've been talking about the division between Democrats and Republicans, between Donald Trump and Kamala and everything. Yeah. Well, AI has decided that they are going to do something about the division between all of us. And they showed us what we really all want to see. Here it is. We got Kamala, Donald walking hand in hand on a beach. Kamala and Donald kissing passionately in front of the American flag. Kamala pregnant with this beautiful little Donald Trump baby boy. Now it worked.
Funny.
It worked great until this shot, because this black woman looks absolutely nothing like Kamala Harris. I mean, we all know Kamala is not black, according to Trump. But no, the little baby at the end is what got me. I laughed so hard when I saw this little baby with this little, because Donald Trump's got like baby hair too.
Yeah, dude, that comb over's right on, dude.
Yeah, something's weird. Like when you're younger, your hair's like real thick and like when you're a little baby, you got little thin, spindly hair. Then it thickens out as you get older. Then you get old again, you get back to that weird, spindly little baby hair.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't hit that spot yet, dude. It's just thick.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might, I don't know. Are you hairy like all over? Is your back all hairy and shit like too? Are you one of those kind of dudes?
I got a few big splotches that are just starting to show up.
Oh man. Yeah, I got a little bit, nothing crazy.
Yeah,
thankfully.
Dude, on my father's side, I think you get most of the hair stuff from your mother's side. But dude, if it was my father's side, my father and his two brothers are the hairiest motherfuckers.
Really? Big back sweater.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like we'll be at the bowling alley or something. I'll walk around to my uncle and I'm like, start tucking his hair in his shirt. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Put a fucking turtleneck on.
Yeah.
That's funny. Another thing I saw that made me laugh today, another AI generated video. I'll just let it speak for itself. This one's pretty good. It's a little bit longer. Oh, it's actually a minute. It's not too long. Here you go. Check this out.
Asking AI to make a hit country song.
Hold on. Let me turn it up. Can't hear it. Hold on.
Asking AI to make a hit country song about Mountain Dew.
My lady told me it's her all to do. I paused, took a sip, said I guess we're through. Cause you can bet your sweet glue balloons nothing comes between me and my Mountain Dew. Don't need no water, milk, or beer, just Mountain Dew and I'm seeing clear. My body's built like a dew machine. My urine glows bright neon green. Oh, Mountain Dew, sweet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love you like my dad loves food. There's something special about that drink. It makes my insides feel free. It really helps me out at night. Don't need no torch or fancy light. Just pee into the country sky. Light it up like 4th of July.
I mean, this is a country song. Like, I mean, that's literally perfect. I loved it. So good for that dude. Seth Thrums. We gotta start playing with AI more, man. Like I have been reluctant to pay for an AI. To get AI to do fun stuff, you gotta actually pay for it. Like Chat GPT 4 or 5 or whatever the fuck it's on right now. If you wanted to like make stuff for you, like logos or designs or do anything other than like ask a question and get an answer or whatever, you got to actually pay for it. So I was thinking I should probably bite the bullet and do that and try to have a little bit of fun with it, because I think it'd be fun to do shit like that on the show, because we can get away with that too, like, because it's AI generated content, so it's not going to get dinged for copyright. You know what I mean? So we can come up with fun, goofy songs about, you know, we could take, I don't know if we can take audio, like we take the meat, vegetables, water, milk, tea, like Drew did, and make a song out of it, you know. So here we go, in case you guys don't know.
Vegetables, water, milk, tea.
I love that. Good job, Drew. Very good. And big ups to Diz for just providing that hilarious, ridiculous comment about his diet. Anyway, so let's see. I think I had some more videos here before we start to wrap.
It's
it.
9:05.
You got to go.
All right. If you got another good one, give me a good one.
Oh boy, let's see. What one would
wait?
Ooh, you know what? I know what one you'll like. It's actually
Oh no, I got poison ivy on my ankle.
Oh, don't touch it.
I'm already itching it.
Oh, now you got it on your hand.
It's just the oil from the plant.
Ugh, I hate
I've
poison
already
ivy.
showered
It's the
today.
worst.
Yeah, I usually end up going on prednisone because of it.
Well, maybe if you get your hands on some of this, it might help with the itching, or it might in the end just cause more itching. Check out this video. Oh no, the audio got fucked up on it. Oh man.
I didn't need no audio.
Yeah, I could tell you we don't need audio. So it's a guy on this. If you're just watching here or listening, we're watching a car from behind. It's like a guy holding his camera, recording the car in front of him. He's zooming in on the driver's side rear view mirror, and
It's a good move.
Which is pretty nuts that he's actually getting such a crazy video of the guy.
Yeah.
And the reason he's recording him is he must have been next to him and caught him doing this. Now, if you can't see it from here, I'll zoom in for you. He's reaching up to his nose. Oh, shit. The guy zooms in for us. Forgot about that. Oh, man. Hold on. Just reset it. Fuck it. He gets an even... So this guy's got a steady hand with the zoom. You can see, if you guys know anything about anything, if you know, you know. You could tell what this guy is doing as he's... And this might help this actual shot here. This guy is doing a bump while he's driving. It looks, I can't tell if he's got a key or if he's got a little kind of tutor. I don't know. What do you call that thing? Because a tutor is what you call.
Spoon.
He's just got a little spoon, you think? Something like that?
Key?
Yeah, I would think a key. I did plenty of keys with you, I do believe, over the years. A few keys in our day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
It's hard to use a key. You can't really do a Gagelhofer with a key.
Yeah, but I feel like we might have just had just enough time to sneak a couple in over the years where we just
without a doubt.
yeah,
There's
I
some
think
sneak.
couple parking lots, maybe a couple bathrooms over the years, for sure, for sure. Well, although you know, I would have to say, Mikey, and it's a sad thing about all this fentanyl stuff because it would be fun. Well, you're on the wagon, but if you, let's say you were off,
I am on the wagon.
yeah, if you were
It would
off,
be dope. It'd be dope for a night to come out, bro.
yeah, just like just grab a ball and just see how that goes, and then just be like, all right, we're gonna need another one 3 hours later, but.
I mean, I've got good news for that.
What's that? How long?
I've got xylitol and fentanyl test strips. You can test it.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that shit. I know it tests and I'm so scared of that shit.
99.9% accurate, dude. It tests the whole bag.
I'm so scared of fentanyl that I'm actually considering stopping getting it from my regular street dude and moving strictly to dispensary. That's how fucking nervous I am about that shit. Because, dude,
you gotta go to an actual licensed dispensary.
Yeah, no, I know. I can't do dude-ahead dipshit that I just did today. After I just told you not to do that.
Yeah.
But that's what, God, I'm so stupid. I should have known better. I just should have known it was too easy. You walk in the door. I didn't have to pay in cash. I mean, there were so many red flags that I just ignored because I was happy about having it 5 minutes from my fucking house. But I don't know. Maybe they'll eventually get their license once more of them start getting released. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like
just a question, not profiling or anything, but who owns that store? Assuming that the people working behind the desk are owners.
Just a bunch of white people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. There ain't no white-owned shops around here.
This wasn't like a head shop. They have no glass. They have no. It was literally like
even the spots that just. Oh, you know what? No, the one spot that just sells flour around here and nothing else is white people, but like Patagonia white people.
They were like my local area white people. They fit right in. They look like I have a feeling the guy that was I don't believe any of them owned it. To tell you the truth, if I had to guess, so it might be what you're talking about. There's some sort of Pakistani person or some shit for all I know. Like every corner store is around here. Isn't that strange?
Every single vape shop, dude.
The
same family. There's probably 7 shops within like a 10 square mile radius. It all owned by the same family.
That's interesting. Well, we have competing families at all the different shops around here because they if you don't go to their shop for a while, they'll be like, where you been going over there? Or, you know what I mean? They're very territorial. So.
Oh, my favorite part is because every one of these spots gives me like free swag. So I'll wear the dispensary shirt and dispensary hat from another dispensary and go into another one. So they'll be like, here's some freebies. Come back over here. I got you.
Oh, that's good move. Good move. Yeah, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate. We don't have any, none of the, I haven't gone into them. I haven't really tested it out to be like, you guys got any edibles? 1,000 milligram edibles? Yeah. Hook me up, So speaking of edibles.
Unlicensed shops, you might be able to find all kinds of fun guys and stuff there too.
Oh, dude, speaking of that, I just realized I found a phone number for a guy who, has a bunch of fun guys.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I just found the phone number. He had worked, speaking of dispensaries, he worked at a dispensary and he was like, just so you know, if you ever need some fun guys, here's my number. And he slipped me his number. So.
If we make that October trip into like a couple day deal.
I can't. I got to work. I think I'm working either the next day or the day after. So I can't.
Damn it. Because you were going to get me out of a wedding that I really don't want to go to.
No, just stay here. You don't have to go. Just fucking stay here. I don't give a fuck. Sleep on the sleep in my kids' room. I don't give a shit. No big deal.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, why not? It wasn't the worst bed.
Yeah, because I need to get out. I can't be around for this wedding.
You just got to be out of town. So you got something. Just say you got something to do.
It'll create the biggest problem in the world when I say it, but I really don't care.
Well, don't get yourself into trouble. You know,
They're not friends anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I remember you telling me that they just wanted your. They just wanted your the gift. I see.
I mean, that's just me being, vindictive or whatever. I'm sure, like, no, it's. I don't know why the hell they invited me, because they maybe I'm an obligatory invite.
What do you mean? They just feel like they have to?
Because we were friends for so long, yeah. Because I've known the girl since we was in like 5th grade together.
Oh.
And then it's just like a crew of friends.
Well, if you don't care about that crew of friends anymore and they have nothing to do with you, and if you don't care that you have nothing to do with them anymore, then don't go to the wedding. If you do care, then you probably should go.
Yeah, I don't
know. So defeated about the whole thing. That's
I know.
It's an excuse to dress up.
And be around a bunch of people that I don't want to be around. That like all of them are the white picket fence kids, upside down in debt type like people. Just all wear the same matching like flannels and high fucking shorts, and it's just stupid.
They're all going to be, and they're all probably going to be drunk, and you can't drink with them. And I mean, that's the best part of weddings, getting
wasted.
Drunk. Yeah,
they're going to be wasted. Yeah, and every other wedding I've ever gone to with these people, because obviously everyone in the crew, we've all been friends since high school. So every time one of them gets married, dude, we have the greatest time. We stay in a hotel right by there, get all fucked up. It's great.
Well, can't do that anymore on your end. So
no.
Well, you did plenty of that, so it's out of your system. Just put it like that.
Agreed.
All right. Well, hey, bro, it's 9:15, so I'm going to let you go do your thing. Take a trip to Pound Town if you can. Don't be too proud. Who cares? At least get a little, you know what I'm saying? Better that and nothing else.
I went to Pound Town last night.
Hey, all right. Good for you. Are you wrapping it up considering this girl's banging this other dude? Oh, God. So that dude.
And the worst part, dude, there ain't no BC involved.
BC.
Birth control. I got to pull and pray.
Oh, dude. What are you, nuts? Dude, you're fucking.
We talked about being a thrill seeker, buddy.
You're playing with fire right now, buddy. You're fucking. Oof. Are you at least getting our plan B after for the next day? Just literally praying. Just literally pulling and praying.
Pull and pray.
Mikey, oh my God, dude. Last night we were talking about your kleptomania and your thrill seeking from that. You're only gonna hurt yourself in the end with the kleptomania. This one you got a child to end up potentially worrying about here, dude.
It's all right then. My family name doesn't die with me. I fulfill my spreading my seed thing that's built into me.
That is true. It's inherent with us men. We got to spread our seed. Trust me, I've done it 3 times and a couple more too that just didn't pan out. So
I just got a little, no, it ain't gonna happen.
Maybe you'll meet somebody nice at the wedding. Maybe there'll be some hot chick you don't know or something like that. You meet the love of your life at this wedding.
Can't do that either.
What do you got an ex at this place at the wedding?
No, I think the whole reason, this whole like friendship thing that was like 20 years or whatever in the making. I slept with one of the girl's little sister.
Oh, do they know that?
Younger sister. I'm sure the younger sister, because
she's gonna be there.
After sleeping with her once. Yeah.
Oh.
And I might have bopped her for like $80.
Was it just sitting on the table like the?
No, nothing like that. It was like, yo, we're gonna go see Tom Segura, and she sent me money for the tickets, and then I bought the tickets, and then I didn't take her with me.
So this couldn't have been too long ago if it was Tom Segura.
2 years ago.
Okay, still pretty fresh for a chick.
Oh, no, and then I talked, dude. The girl's sister, the older sister, the one that I was friends with for a long time, called me drunk one night. She was like, "I know you slept with my sister."
Oh boy, this sounds
So
like
they
a
all know.
classy bunch.
They are classy. I'm the unclassy one, dude.
Sounds like they're doing plenty of unclassy things. They just might have some money and they're just trying to hide it with all their money, is what it sounds like to me.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true too. And then if I go to the wedding, I'm going to be tempted to go skiing because two of the husbands secretly go skiing every time they're together, and they always bring her with them.
Gotcha. Yeah, stay away from that wedding then, dude. You gotta just come here and hang out. Come, you can
I think I might.
You can eat all the fucking mushrooms you want, whether I eat them or not. I don't give a fuck. I'll be at work, so you can be all by yourself, play fucking video games, and watch movies. I don't give a shit. Mikasa Sukasa, homie. Mikasa Sukasa, as long as
hiding under your son's bed. You get home, be like, Mike, I'll just hide under the bed, bro.
Well, you're allowed to stay here as long as you don't bop me for anything.
No, it ain't like that.
No, I know. I'm just being silly. Of course not.
Never. No.
I'm just being a goofball. Anyway, all right. Well, go see what you can go get from this girl tonight, whether it be a trip to Pound Town or whatever she's got sitting on her counter. If it's something.
Absolutely, homie.
Yeah, all right, bro. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Love you, buddy.
See you, dude. Alrighty, guys. That is going to wrap things up for us tonight. I hope you guys had a fantastic evening here hanging out with us. I had a fun night tonight. Sorry we started late. I had a client meeting before I have a big wedding this weekend, and they wanted to have a phone call just to kind of nail down some final details. So I did that, and it just kind of ran a little longer than I expected. So I apologize for the late. Well, it actually didn't run longer than expected. It just kind of took up some of my prep time, and I just needed a little more time to prep for you guys. So we had a little bit to talk about tonight, but a lot going on with Mikey, it seems like. So we'll have to see what happens with this new chick, if it's just going to remain a side piece, or we'll see what's going to... Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, no, I thought she ditched you or something. I was like, oh, no. All right, later, dude. That's funny. So, yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out with him and this girl. He's got a lot going on there, and we'll see what happens. And then looking forward to him coming to hang out in October. That's going to be a good time. I think we'll try to aim. I'm going to look at my schedule and see how it looks as far as maybe trying to get together and having a little meetup, little small, little hangout. I don't know if it'll be at a strip club or not. Either way, I think it'd be fun to do a little bit of a little meetup. So I'm going to wrap things up, Mike, okay? I have to go to the bathroom. I see you calling in, dude, but I'm just going to wrap things up because it's getting late and I have to go to the bathroom. So I will take your call. Maybe tomorrow. I'm in a maybe holding pattern for tomorrow. I might have to take my son to working out, but keeps getting canceled for whatever reason. So it'll be all kind of dependent on that, if we're live tomorrow or not. So keep an eye out. Make sure your notifications are make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you will know if I post something saying if we're going to be live or not. So keep an eye out, guys. That is officially going to wrap things up for us tonight. I hope you hit the thumbs up. If you did not hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, please take a second to do that. If you're not already a member and you've been enjoying the show, one of the best ways to help support the show and keep us up and running is by becoming a member. Just go to the YouTube, Another Dumb Show YouTube homepage, click the join button, pick a tier to help support the show, and I'll be very thankful if you did so. So that's going to wrap things up. I am out of here. See ya.